here. So, Kamala and her conies or roadies are going around preaching to the people on why they should vote for her again, why she should be back in office. But I want to say this. I will not go back to another 3.5 years of hell. I will not go back to another 3.5 years of this destruction, this thoughtlessness of people that look like me, the thoughtlessness of American people as a whole, the Arabian Americans, the Israelis, Israeli Americans, all the people in this country, we have been disregarded. We have been taken advantage of. And she is basically pandering and talking to the people as if the people are easily fooled. And I wanted to, listening to all of this mess that I've been listening to with, them on the road trying to pull in people to vote for her, some things have came to mind. I'm like, you're sitting up here literally destroying America as we know it. The people in America are not benefiting anything from her being in the office currently. So we got war going on again. They spend our money like crazy. And they've been doing this for the last 50 to 70 years that they've been operating as, social justice people, the group, Democrats. They're not social justice. They're just like I said yesterday. They are pretty much a group of people who believe in communism. And liberalism is communism. And there's nothing that these people can tell you or should be able to tell you, because we're a republic. And in a republic, you self-govern. They have been in office, and every time they've been in office, they have not represented their constituents. Not dare near one of them represented their constituents. At least the ones I'm thinking about. The Maxine Waters, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Obamas, and with these movie stars and these singers and these all these people, they haven't lent no money to anyone in America. They have not lent a dime to the American people to be sitting up here preaching or trying to be the gods of the American people, to lead the people. Beyonce, I hear she gives money to Houston. You got to question what's the benefit? What's she benefiting giving money to Houston? Something, these people are very selfish people. These stars are. They're very, very selfish people. So you got to think. She has kept Houston. She has been able to keep Houston in the pockets of the Dems. That's why she's able to give money. But my thing is, you giving money to Houston, that's what makes me think She's keeping Houston in the pockets of the Dems because she's giving money to Houston. But why can't she go and write a check? You know, why can't she write a check for the people that have been desperately, you know, and deeply harmed by the storms that have currently hit us in Florida, in North Carolina, and Georgia, and parts of Kentucky, parts of Tennessee? Those people need y'all's star checks. They need y'all's help. So I would hope that while you out here pandering and out here talking to the people on who they're supposed to be voting for, that you are giving, that you are doing something for the people, because the Dems surely haven't done a damn thing, and you're asking the people to do something, and no one's done anything for them. And it's sickening to me to sit up here and listen to this, and I'm a person with a big heart but a small pocket. That's why I feel like I have to do, you know, go out here and do magic, do something, talk to the spirits, and they do come through for us. They come through for us spiritually. That's all this humble woman can offer to the people of America that she loves so well, that she dreamed of in her life, of one day, you know, giving the greatest thing to, but the greatest thing can still be done. The greatest thing can still be done, and that greatest thing is Trump. So hopefully, well, you know, I know for a fact Trump got this, because we're in dire need of help, 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 dire need of it. And these people, they cannot help us. These singers, these actors, it gets to me deeply that they can come out and they have not done a damn near goddamn thing for anybody. Excuse my language. But entertain you, swoon you into control, you know, hypnotize you, you know, just doing things to get you into voting the way they want, they need you to do the things they need you to do. It's called control and mind control, and I'm like sick of it. I'm so sick of it. You can't, you know, we are ready to turn the page away from the Illuminati, away from the skull and bones, away from the secret society, away from the trickery, away from all of this. We're all the selfishness, the greediness in Washington right now, that is pretty much, you know, it's a lot of pages. It's a full book, and I think right now they have the full book written, and we're just sick of their book. We're sick of their book, so we don't really want to turn the pages. We want to slam the book closed and burn the book. We want to get rid of it permanently and forever. You know, it's just sickening to me to see that they have divided the country, but yet somebody who is going to offer us the world, somebody who's offering us up the world, is getting slandered, is getting made to look bad, and he's you know, it's like it's just horrendous to me that what we have to witness and what we have to endure on a daily basis. You know, like that song, is somebody getting the best of you? Yeah, right now I feel like, you know, like, yeah, they're getting the best and the best of me, and I'm just, Like, I'm fighting. I'm fighting, fighting, fighting. And I know that we're all fighting forward and hopes that people will make the right decisions. But I'm seeing a lot of these damn signs around here, and I'm in Virginia. So I have to see a lot of these damn Harrison Walls signs, knowing, already knowing that this is to our detriment. So that's, you just, and then I have people in my life that, you know, they it gets me and it kills me that somebody's going to talk about racism. That when the most racist party, I mean, has been both parties, but, you know, until Trump came along and he helped us see who is the racist and who's not. You can clearly see that now. And we see the biggest racists are our own that we thought was going to be really give us civil justice, and they still didn't do that. They never did do that. All through the whole struggles that I've watched my people endure, still didn't give us nothing. Nothing, no social justice. Just keeping us on the string over and over again, the same thing. When it comes around, they can use it to their advantage. And like my aunt told me, oh, Nancy Pelosi's always been, watch out for them social justice people. Watch out. Do not become a social justice person. It ain't right. It ain't earthly. It is not, it's not civilized. I mean, we can't go around forcing people to do anything. So I think it's best, instead of forcing people to do things that they don't want to do, you just move on, because it's going to be their loss. It's always going to be their loss. It's always going to be their loss in life, in this life, because the world is changing around us. America is changing extremely fast. So a lot of things are unnecessary in this days and time. And one thing that is big time unnecessary is calling Trump a racist and calling black men racist or misogynist when they are being misogynist by putting men who want to be women and giving them their, what they say, their wish, their special wish of being able to be in a woman's bathroom, their special wish of being able to play sports with a female. You can't tell me that because somebody's a Republican that they are misogynist when you are doing things to harm women. You are doing things that want to harm the women's bodies and the baby body that's in a woman. It's just nonsense. I think the nonsense is what it's getting on my nerves. It's the nonsense. And it's like, what do you do? What do you do? And I have to live. I can't just leave Earth. I can't leave Earth, but I have to listen, because I have to know, and I have to, we already know that these things exist. So you say, turn it off. No, you have to listen, because you have to live amongst this nonsense. If you got to be aware of what you're living around. Some people do that. They turn off something that is uncomfortable to them, and that's the problem with a lot of these people, why they're being conned and fooled into voting for Kamala. They were told, don't listen to this, don't listen to that. Don't let nobody tell you what not to listen to. I listen to everything, and I find that it's called awareness of the world you live in. And if you don't know that, and it does beat down on you, and it does make you sick, but it makes you strong. A lot of things make me stronger. I can honestly say that. I look at myself and what I have to, sometimes the things I go through, my depression and stuff, and I'm like, are you gonna let this, look at what this depression does to you. Look at what it has done to you. Look at what it, and I think to my, in my mind, look at what it has really um, made your life into. And I correct that. I'm like, I self correct. I'm like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, and look at your weight. You picked up weight. Okay, you need to do this. You need to do that to make it better. Especially when you start feeling a little bit insecure or you start feeling a certain way. Yeah. Hey, Kate Martin. So when you start feeling a certain way and it's not good, it's negative, that's when you have to look at yourself and say, well, we need to work on this. We need to change this. Especially when you're dealing with, you know, when you're in you know, you women out there who are, you know, in relationship with these kind of men who sometimes you know, it might start out good like that. And then you're like, okay, this person does not want to spend time with me. This person doesn't want to do this with me anymore. Then, I mean, I feel like this, you know, just find your thing to do and don't stop doing you. Don't ever stop doing you and focusing on the things that matter to you, because when you do that, you can lose yourself, and you don't never want to lose yourself to a person. You know, even men, it happens to men too, so I'm not going to be one-sided. Men can lose themselves to a woman as well and stop doing the things that they do for themselves. And that's, you know, you need to keep on living. You know, whether you're a man or a woman, keep on living and doing you. Don't let no one stop you from that. But, you know, I was listening to, you know, these people always divide us, the feminist issues. And I've talked to you guys about this, about how communism was behind all of it. People with communistic minds. And the communistic mind, they want to control people. They don't care. It's not nothing to do with race. Caucasians came over here fleeing their government because of everything. The government wanted to imprison the people and keep the people under control. They fled there for freedom. It didn't matter what color you were. Everybody has been around trying to get some kind of type of freedom. Yeah, divided we are weak. Yeah, it's divided. That's why they say divided we. I remember as a kid, my favorite emblem was that divided we, united we stand, divided we fall. And they used to sing it on the little jingle, commercial jingle. I think it was United or something like that. Divided we fall, united we stand. And that was my favorite thing in the 80s when I was a kid. And I saw that emblem. It was a good emblem. So, nah, it's just the way things have gotten. We're all sick and tired of everything. And Trump is going to free us from this. And I'm so glad that, you know, he is able to do that, because, you know, we're going to have pretty soon possibly no income tax. You know, I'm already tax free in my income, but I want that for everybody, because I feel, you know, it took me to our needs. No one's changing anything in our communities. They're just stealing our money. And this is how I've always felt. Like they're stealing our money, and you know, it's not right. It's just not right. You know, that they, you know, it's going to help a lot of households to be able to keep a large portion of your check in your pocket, or, you know, a larger portion of your checking pocket. It's gonna make a big difference for us as Americans here, especially when, you know, we've been abused and used already by, you know, them taking all those billions of dollars, all those billions of dollars, and giving it to another country, you know, and then lining their pockets with what's left over. And I'm just sick right now because, you know, that we're still under this. But I know it's almost over, and we're going to be under a better place. We're going to be in a better place. And it's going to be reality. This is not reality. This has always been the matrix, where they lie to our people, and they, you know, they still lie, steal, cheat, kill. And they never stop doing this. But yet, you know, someone can question me and ask me, why am I against the Dems so hard? You know, it's not everybody in the Dem. It's not, no, I'm not. I'm a Democrat. I was a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat anymore. I'm probably still a Democrat on paper, because when I went to change it, the lady said, oh, we don't keep records. Well, maybe I went to the wrong place. But the DMV usually, they, you know, I don't expect them to keep records, but usually, let me get this down here. Usually they can change it for you, change you to Republican or whatever you want to be changed to. But they told me no, they couldn't just do it. I'm in a different state, so I'm originally from Kentucky. So in Virginia, I guess I don't know how everything goes, but I'm always registered to vote though. I'm always, every year I've been registered to vote. Some years I just haven't voted. You sound like you need to call it a therapist. Oh, I go through therapy. Yeah, I go through therapy. And then, you know, I self talk, you know. Self talk will prevent you from spending money on therapy. Even though therapy can be the greatest thing on earth. I used to go when I was active duty. I think before I was active duty, I should have became a therapist, because I love their little office of the, you know, independent therapists. They always keep it so nice and peaceful and pleasant, and you feel like you can just go in there. But you know, to me, it's embarrassing as well, because you're talking to another person. And do we really need to talk to another person? You know, if we're rational people, and we strive to be rational, but not, you can't always rationalize. You know, I'm attest to that. We can't always rationalize. Sometimes things get so bad that I can't see to rationalize. But when we're in our strongest points, it's up to us to maintain that strong strength going on, and so that we don't fall into weak points, because the weak points that we fall into, it's over. You know, it's over. But unless you can pull yourself out of that, but sometimes we can't pull ourselves. We always gonna need somebody. So yeah, therapists. But it's hard. It's a hard thing going to therapy too, because you start feeling like I'm telling this person everything, and you know, sometimes it gets like this person. It gets tough when you giving so much information up to one person like that, and you have to see them a certain amount of time over and over again. And yeah, I think it can start feeling a little bit funny. But of course, with that, it could be just you. You know, it could be just me that I'm feeling like that. But I don't, you know, I really think, I don't, you know, back in the day, people were too proud to go to a therapist. But I that mentality, I think, no, it's not healthy. It's not good. I think you should. I think you should go to marriage therapists. What time is it? Speaking of, oh, speaking of therapy, damn. Speaking of therapy, I'm like, damn. All right, guys, I am going to have to get off of here. And I really appreciate everybody showing up. But the whole thing is, we're sick of all of this stuff. If we're sick of all this stuff, we might as well stop it and move on, close the book, burn the book, and go for the one who's making better promises that we can change and move into a golden age. Of course, a beautiful golden age, part of the world, you know. So, oh my goodness, it's just so much. They just said a young man died doing a TikTok on the subway. And I mean, oh my goodness. It just goes back to when people used to do the photos on the mountains and the woman fell off the cliff trying to, you know, get the best photo. I mean, we got to think about what is best for us instead of trying to look outward in the world and do things that are going to impress people or try to, you know, it's just, we got to think about, stop letting, being influenced by people who already got things, who could fly to another country when things get bad. That's why I was so mad about the Irish talking about they're going to fly over and they were going to fly over, and you know, I was so upset about that, and vote for Kamala. Around 25,000 to 35,000 of them. How are you going to fly from your country, even though you're Irish American, but you've been living in Ireland, but you're saying you're going to fly over all 35,000 of you guys and vote for Kamala? And then fly back to Ireland? Wow. All right, guys, let me let you go. I think I've been on too long, but yeah, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good, and we're going to be going into a golden age, and you're all going to be fat-pocketed, happy, moving forward, progressing, building. America's going to be beautiful again. Americans going to be lovely again. And everything's going to be great. So don't worry, don't fret over this nonsense that we have to listen to day in and day out about Trump is this, Trump is that. When the people are, he's representative of the people, but you want to call him a racist when he has nothing to do with that woman's race. That woman is Indian and Caucasian. And not only that, she's Jewish, Hindu, Caucasian woman, married to a Caucasian man. And they want to holler racism. No, there's a lot of Caucasian men in America that are married to Indian women. So no, you can't go there. You cannot use that as an excuse. Misogynist. No, you can't use misogyny as an excuse. Too many men work under women. No, you can't use that as an excuse. No, not in this country. None of that can be used in this country. And like my mom would say, oh, well, they can try. They can try. So with that said, always remember true love, real peace, and the higher self within, the soul. May you all go and have all the fortunes that your minds dream of. And I'm I'm working towards that too as well. Peace.